This hentai actually made me very sad. And no, it's not because the story is sad or anything, it's because of the massive, and I mean massive potential it wasted here. Now keep in mind that Busou Shoujotai Blade Bridas is less of a hentai and more of an action sci-fi anime with 2 hentai scenes in there. This was just a warning and a reason for why I am sad, but I will get to that. First, aliens and monsters are attacking Earth by this mecha zombie dude or whatever he is supposed to be. But our heroes are here to rescue the world. We have Team Captain Ryusei and his angels fighting for good. Natsumi, Sayoko, Saye F and Honoka. All 5 heroes are led by their general Nemo. After saving the day, Ryusei and Honoka are on their bed having fun being watched by this bear that is playing with himself. We see a bit of Natsumi's past until new enemies arrive. While Honoka, Saye and Sayoko take care of the main enemy group, Ryusei goes save Natsumi with his long sword, which actually is a simple sword that turns into a huge sword but takes a lot of his energy away. Ryusei and Natsumi rejoin the main group later after, and they continued the battle until a new chick saves the day, a chick called Fine. But is she a friend or a foe? She herself states that she actually is an enemy, but yeah, nothing comes from it. Later, Natsumi and Ryusei do it. Natsumi now is Ryusei's 3rd wife, and all live happily ever after, I guess. Now, what actually made me sad about this one? It's the fact that this one had massive potential to be far more than it actually is. At least if it had more episodes, because ultimately it's way too much going on for a single episode. And because of that, there simply is no time to really introduce everybody and give them time to shine as individual characters. You may say, who cares? It's just a hentai. But remember how I said that Busou Shoujotai Blade Bridas is more of an action sci-fi than it is a hentai. That changes perspective a bit, doesn't it? Besides, this is from 2015, but it acts as something from the early 2000s, which is not bad at all. Because remember the time when hentai also tried to have a decent story alongside the sex? Yeah, those existed back in the day and is mostly a dying art these days, and Blade Bridas tries to be similar to those glorious days. So props to that. But of course a single episode was not enough for anything here, which is quite sad. If it had 6 episodes or something, maybe even 12, then Blade Bridas could have been great. The sex itself, well, there are only 2 scenes total, one with Honoka and the other one with Natsumi, and both are fairly vanilla. Both had a funny scene as well in there, like the bear playing with himself in the first scene, or Ryusei getting a lightsaber-like dick in the second scene, which I can show you, and no, I am not joking about a lightsaber dick. But both funny scenes made me laugh quite a while actually, because they came out of nowhere. However, one other thing to notice is that the animation got better as the episode went on, especially noticeable when comparing both sex scenes. While still not all that great, I admit, the second scene was far more detailed, at least animation wise. At the same time though, yeah, when it comes to background music, you will notice that there is not much there. Even when it comes to simple sound effects, and that part was kinda weird. Seeing a battle against robots unfold without proper sound effects? I don't know what happened here, but what a disappointment. The girls look quite fine and the animations are quite okay as well. At least for what it is, of course. Now, I would actually encourage anybody to watch this one because Braid Bridas actually shows a dying art in hentai, the mix of a good story and sex. Sure, Braid Bridas isn't the best example for this because it ultimately wastes all its potential by just being a single episode. Meaning it throws far too much stuff in just 25 minutes. But that's why it will make you sad to see what could have been. Personally, I think this one could have been great and stand out a lot, especially these days, if it got the chance it deserved.